Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's that time again, it's the end of November, and so this is everything that I read in November. It has been a pretty good reading month. I will say it started pretty slow the first week. I didn't really read much at all until the second half of November, but when I did start reading, I started reading fast and I got some good reads, so let's jump into it. We started the month with an audiobook. Just Haven't Met Him Yet, something. I can't even remember the name of this title because I didn't like it very much. So I did a whole review on that on my channel, so if you want more in depth into my ideas and feelings about it, it'll be there. I don't want to go too much into depth because I've talked about it in almost every video that I've posted in November, like my TBR video and my wrap up, and so not going to dwell on that too much. I think I give it 2 stars, 2.5 stars. It's a rom-com. But yeah, it just wasn't for me, but it might be for you, so don't be afraid to give it a shot. Then next we went and I read The Nightingale by Christine Hanna, and I loved this book. I also have most of the books I've read this year, or not this year, this month, I have a video on my channel reviewing, so I won't go too into depth for them, but I gave this 4 stars out of 5. It probably would have been a 4.5, but I was kind of in a reading slump, like I said at the beginning of November, so I didn't get into this as I think I would have if I wasn't, but still loved this book and recommend this book, and I can't wait to read more Kristen Hanna. I have a couple more of her books on my shelf, and I definitely have a couple of books in mind that I'm asking for Christmas. And The Woman by Kristen Hanna is definitely one of them. So hoping that I can get to that maybe in the beginning of 2025. We'll see if that is a good reading year for me. And so like I said, after I finished The Nightingale, I kind of didn't read anything. I started the audiobook of Cinder, because that was on my TBR for November. And I ended up DNFing it, not because I hated it or anything, but because I just wasn't in the mood for it, and I have a feeling that I kind of want to get the book of it and read it while listening to the audiobook, because just doing one or the other, for some reason, it just wasn't hitting, but not because it was the book's fault. It was definitely my own fault in my own headspace, but yeah. So I moved on from that very quickly, and then I uploaded a video to my channel where I read Christmas books for 24 hours. So I read these 2 and then also this audiobook right here. So I got 3 books banged out in one day, which was pretty good, because like I said, I was feeling pretty slumpy and slow this month. And I do have videos on my channel reviewing all of these too, but I read A Merry Little Meet Cute, which I gave 4 stars, which is really good. And then I read A December to Remember, which was even better, and I gave 4.5 stars. So, loved both of these books. The Royal Christmas one, whatever, did not care for it. I think I gave it 2.5 stars. I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I gave it 2.5 stars, now that I'm thinking about it. Now, here's what I'm really excited to talk to you about. I actually am going to do a video filming it, but just a quick little overview. I finished the Caraval trilogy. Ignore this. I was reading it on the beach. Okay, Winnie decided to pick up her bone. Guys, she brought me her bone. Here, let me show the camera. This is her lobster bone. It's literally gross. Got hairs on it and stuff. But if you hear her playing in the background, that's what she's doing. Put it back. She always decides to play with stuff like the second I start filming. But yeah, anyway, I was reading this on the beach because I actually took a vacation to Hawaii over Thanksgiving break. And I don't know if this has ever happened to any of you guys, but my book literally fell apart, into 2. I don't know if the sun, look. I don't know if the sun melted it or whatever, but I ended up reading the book like this in 2 halves. Because it fell apart, but nonetheless, I still like it. I'll probably repurchase a copy of this book that isn't totally shot, but Winnie, please. She doesn't want to. Hey, why don't we, hold on, I'm gonna put this on the bed for her. Come here. Okay, there we go. Instead of having it on a hard surface, now she can chew it peacefully on my bed. So I read Legendary, loved it, and I will talk about it because I rated Caraval 4.5 and I read that in October. So I was really eager to get to the rest of the series, and I ended up giving Legendary also a 4.5. Actually loved Donatella. I wasn't sure if I would like Donatella as much as Scarlet, but I ended up loving her even more, maybe. But I do have a few qualms with just Stephanie Garber's plot. I felt like there was a lot of plot holes and more of a gripe with finale. I do not feel like this wrapped up the series the way I wanted it to. I also read this in literally one sitting, basically. Because on my plane home from Hawaii, it was like 7.5 hours total. I read the whole thing. But I just felt like, and I will get more into this in my review video, but I felt like, I don't know, weirdly enough, I was not rooting for the romance, and I wasn't I don't know, it just felt like there's so many plot holes, so I'll talk about that later, but I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars, and I liked the first 2 more, but that's only because I feel like maybe there should have been 4 books. And I know that there's another series that's kind of related, Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I do want to read that, but I'm pretty sure that's about their daughter. I'm like not done with Donatella and Scarlet yet, but I'm excited to hopefully read that. Probably in 2025 too. It'll definitely be on my radar. So, oh, is that it? Is that all wow, okay, that's all I read this month apparently. So that's 7 books, right? Yeah, 7 books. This is how many pages. Here's the genres. Like, it was a pretty good reading month. I definitely felt like I could have read more, but we are on track to hit our reading goal of 80 books this year, I believe. I'm at 73. So if I match this month's reading next month, then I will hit my goal, which hopefully I will be able to do that. Oh, I also wanted to add, I don't have the sleeve on currently, but what I started towards the end of the month that I didn't get to finish before the end of November, but I just thought I'd mention it, is Spectacular by, this is like Caraval. So actually really excited to read this. I'm like, it's kind of like interesting. It's kind of like a picture book, which like, how cute and Christmassy is that? Like, are you kidding? Are you joking me? Like, how fun. It literally reminds me of reading a children's book, but the artwork is so pretty, guys. And so if you're a fan of Caraval, you should definitely get this. Literally, just for the artwork is so pretty. So I'm like, literally, I feel like if I sat down and really got to it, I could read that in one sitting. But I just haven't had the time. It's final season at college, and your girl is stressing because I didn't do anything over Thanksgiving break. So I'm really doing the bare minimum on reading, which kind of sucks. But I know as soon as break hits, I'm going to have plenty of time to read, hopefully. Actually, probably not, because I'll probably be spending it with my family. But we will see. Anyway, that's all I have for you this video of everything I read in November. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you all had great reading months as well. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Love you guys, and that's all I have to say. Bye.